Team Alfa Romeo, how are we doing? It's AZW F1 here. It's Tuesday. You know what that means? It is qualifying strategy for this week's, well, guess what? Team Alfa Romeo GP boosted. Who have we got then? Of course, no other than Bottas and Zhou Guanyu with a 10% this week. So looking forward to seeing some of you using them. And we've got Prince Boost as well. Now, Team Alfa Romeo, we are in the lead. We are P1 at the moment, but we can't let that slip. We can't slack. And we've got to still get them results in the bag. So don't take your foot off the gas. Let's go and destroy the competition. Come on, guys. We got this. So with that, we've got the tracks that are this week's qualifying session. We've got Mexico with 0% chance of rain. We've got Brazil, 9 laps, remember. Chance of rain, 20%. We've got Austria, remember 10 laps of Austria to come. And then to finish off, we've got the extremely difficult Canada. So in the wet as well. So we're going to run through some strategy guides that you can follow for your qualifying session. Remember, add the creator code into your game to support me as a creator. That is very much appreciated. And let's get into another top weekend. Join the Discord, link is in the description below. And here is your strategy guide for the Team Alfa Romeo GP event. So here is that strategy guide. So we start with Mexico for the first race. And P1 to P12, we're going to do a 3-3-2, pretty fast on them softs, and a 4M. That 4M is going to give you a lot of pushing power and a lot of tyre to use on them mediums. Second part of the grid, 4 soft 4M with a bit of frost and SAR, so that will give you the more tyres for the softs, and it will give you a bigger chance to attack on the quicker tyre. Then we've got a 5M free soft, so you can make them mediums last even longer and still do a bit of attacking, and you can be really fast at the end. The main thing is that big home straight, conserve down the straight, really earn that power unit back, which will allow you to then attack more into the corners. We then move to Brazil. So we had this last weekend, but it was dry. So the dry strategies are the same: free soft, free soft, free soft, and a 4M 5H is what I recommend to use. Copper and Herald, the race start so powerful in Brazil, you can make up a lot of positions indeed. Now, wet is a bit of a different one. We haven't experienced this one just yet. So I've looked at the tyres, and it looks like we can do 4 to 5 laps on the wet. So we are going to be testing this strategy. All the AI are going to pit most likely lap 4 or lap 5. Or, like in Australia, they could split some 4, some 5. So this is really a test for the future to see if this strategy will work. So we're going to do a 4 wet, 5 wet, and a 5 wet, 4 wet. Split the strategy in the hope that the AI follow one pattern. I don't think 2-stop is going to be very quick, and that's why I haven't selected it in this. But we learn so that when we get this again, we can use a stronger strategy. We move to Austria, free soft 4M, and a 4M free soft is the best way to go. Using hards is fairly slow round here, so using these tyres is beneficial. Copper and Herald will give you the best race start, and it gives you that cornering overtaking as well. Multiple straights round Austria, a good well, down the home straight, and then you've got another 2 straights where you can really conserve the power unit. And it's almost a given that you overtake through the corners nearly every lap. So really have to manage that power unit. A lot of going up and down on the aggression modes, but you can earn that power unit and overtake and be aggressive. Then it moves to Canada. So expecting the AI to be pitting around lap 5. There's a chance 1 or 2 could go 6, but I'm predicting lap number 5. So you'll see in our strategies that we are saying to do the undercut. So driver 1 doing a 4 wet, 4 wet, that'll be the real undercut. And then a 5 wet, 3 wet for driver 2 to basically hope that the field's spread out a bit more then. I haven't done a 5 wet, 3 wet with driver 1 because I want driver 1 to push a lot more than any other driver. So hopefully we can get that driver 1 into the lead and building a gap. You can switch that round if you want. Do a 5 wet, 3 wet on driver 1 or a 4-4 on driver 2. you can see for the second split of strategies, we've got 4 wet, 4 wet, and a 3 wet, 5 wet. That 3 wet, 5 wet will be comfortable still, but you'll be able to run in clean air, which means you'll be able to close that gap ever so slightly. When everyone pits, everyone double stacks, you'll be absolutely fine, and you will do the undercut to perfection. Copper and Herald, the best race start boots out there as well. So they are your strategies for qualifying. We'll be recording all these on my own spreadsheet and updating it for when we do race again on these tracks. Fingers crossed they work for you. Let's not stop the momentum. Let's keep on pushing through, because you never know what results could change each week. We've got to keep the pace, and so far it's been a brilliant one. So good luck in qualifying. Let me know down below if these helped, and we'll see what we can do this week at the Alfa Romeo GP.